Good morning, friends. Today I'll talk about exoplanet in Indian science fiction. In the story Mrityunjay Immortal by Kailasa, the astronomers receive radio signals from quasar Cinerima, 16 light year away, and threatens not to spread rubble in the space. When astronauts reach the planet, they startle to see the brain without body in a glass filled with the fluid which controls the whole civilization. Dr. Sampurnanand was the first science fiction writer who based his story on the exoplanets. In the novelette, Prithvi se Saptarshi Mandal, he sent his astronaut to various stars like Alpha Virginis or Spica Arcturus, Alpha Lyrae, Mijar, Alcate, Itisri, etc. He also coined the term, the name of the planets called Albert, Tapovan. Here, the astronauts encounters the aliens and having weird experience. Harish Goyal's novel Kaljai Yatra 1984 sent his astronauts to a planet coined Vishwakarma in the constellation Capricornus and encounter prehistoric men like Homo habilis, Homo erectus, and even a connecting link between prehistoric man and Homo sapiens. He coined the term Homo Vishwakarman. In the constellation, he adopted the realistic approach in the novel. While traveling at a speed of the rocket, faster than light, the astronaut experienced miraculous fourth-dimensional effect. They have taken weird experience on the on the star system Aslesa, Delta Canceri, Pollux, Canis Minor, Procyon. They encounters on the planet of Aldebaran, Danibola, Pisces, Scorpius, Orion Castor, and Pollux in Gemini, Mercury, Leo Aslesa in Cancer, Pegasus, and Cassiopeia. These are the various stars where the astronauts encounter aliens. Astronauts are lost in wonder, sometimes awe-stricken or breathless, and occasionally spellbound and bewildered. In his story Druma, Devil Rays of Woman Mysterious Antimatter, The villain, Durato, contacts an alien civilization of Tau Ceti and tries to rule over the world by killing people with the devil rage of human mysterious antimatter, Druma. It is also a coin word, but the protagonist Perry Mason countered it by radio contact with the civilization of the Epsilon Eridani. It is also a star system. Aliens of the planet of Beta Pictoris tried to take over the world by murdering people on the Earth in the story Complex 39. It was his first novelette. In his story Operation Mars, Princess Leo Organa saves the planet Mars from the galactic emperor who chases the princess from the star Cygnus B. In his story सभ्यता की खोज, astronomers have found an exoplanet called SD 1,34,947. The star system are given by the name by the numbering instead of the name. After reaching there, they encountered the inhabitants of Rhea. The astronauts also pass through the planet Gliese 586. Finally, his science fiction Phoenix sends astronauts to the planet Valeron in the star system Ophiuchus to collect sperm and egg banks to save the Earth. In his science fiction encounter, astronauts encounter the civilization of Aldebaran and have a strange experience. In his science fiction Operation Genesis, astronauts reach near the planet Capella, harnessing a comet and spread the life there. In his science fiction Operation Terraformation, aliens from the constellation and Andromeda conspire against the Earth, replacing a man with his race clandestinely. Finally, in his science fiction, Ritoteva, aliens of the star system of the Canis Venatici conquer human astronauts and leave the protagonist on the planet Arcturus alone, where he makes rapid evolution of the native prehistoric man. In the science fiction Aliens Se Mutbed, astronauts encounter with the aliens. The astronauts headed towards Alpha Centauri encounters the aliens coming from Gliese 581 and know their plan to destroy planet Mars. In the novel दूसरा यूनिवर्स एंड सिलिकॉन मैन और द another universe, and Silicon Man, the aliens arise from Cygnus to take over the world. In the novel, oh, aliens are coming. Aliens from Proxima Centauri B plan to attack the Earth. In the novel Viswanimonic, the characters are teleported to the planets of the various stars. In science fiction novelette Racemage Triangle, Mysterious Triangle, alien kidnapped the world famous scientist who discovered the planet full abode of the life by the technique of microgravity lensing. In Gemini constellation, the aliens teleported them to the planet Aphrodite coined. The planet's name is SD 199099. Dr. Rajiv Ranjan Upadhyay harnesses the star Pleiades from where God arrives on the earth in the story Paramano. He also used the Pleiades in his story Vega. In his story Aparajit, the astronauts arrive on the 7 planets of the Eridanus and find their conjoined inhabitants or Siamese twins. In the star system, most of the women are conjoined twins. In his science fiction, Anting Jal Prabhan, Brahmgupt collect information from Aswini in Aries. In his story, Ek Aur Sabhyata Ka Vinash, astronauts headed towards Pleiades and feel the gravitational effect. The ship-mind Axinia was interested in the third planet of Pleiades. His novelette Uttari Akash Ganga में The Northern Milky Way is the narrative of the expedition of the inhabitants of the star Epsilon Eridani, Captain Anahita and the crew members. In the year 5580, 5580, she arrives at the institution of human cloning in Epsilon Eridanus. Captain Anahita encounters great seamen on the star Sirius. In his story Quahek, on the planet Canceri 55, the colony was developed by teleporting the building material from the moon, but the whole colony was turned into a skeleton, remains except a girl. In his science fiction, Chandrama ko bacha liya, the moon has been saved. The inhabitants of the Aquila try to teleport the material from the constellation Sagittarius, the moon. In Dr. Rajiv Ranjan Upadhyay's barbaric Yuchao, the astronauts reached near polar star. In Devendra Mewari science fiction, Khem Anthony ki diary, the aliens arrive on the earth in a flying saucer and take the protagonist to the planet Planktoria coined, and he is taken aback to see the aliens are plant-like. Thanks.